Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 12 and we're gonna present a teaching method which is Suggestopedia.
The goal of Suggestopedia: capitalize on relaxed states of mind to accelerate the process of language learning. Learn it using some techniques that make students feel comfortable, interested, and motivated to learn a language, especially in gaining confidence to speak in the targeted language as well as vocabulary memorization. A brief explanation about Suggestopedia. Suggestopedia is a combination of the suggestion and suggestion in which this language learning method focusing on minimizing of the limitations learners think they have and at the same time to motivate students' mental potential to learn and start to use their brain effectively instead of have a thought that they can't memorize new vocabs and difficult to recap previous lesson. Generally, students will not be able to believe that they could be successful in learning language. This lack of motivation has made students do not have confidence to speak in the target language because they don't want to make mistakes. Moreover, they find difficulties to recall the previous lesson, such as memorizing the new vocabularies. In addition, students have different type of learning style. They learn through their own learning style, which are either visual, auditory, or kinesthetic style. Hence, Suggestopedia is one of methods that can be used by teachers to deal with various learning style of students. Besides, some of the key features of Suggestopedia include a comfortable learning environment like pictures, color, music, dim light in the class, etc. And also a positive environment and the use of a varied range of methods like drama, music, meaningful text, active participation in songs and games, and many more. It involves emotional meaning in given the lesson which helps students better in memorizing. Hence, all of these elements cover different students' learning style. On top of that, Suggestopedia is one of methods which concerns the students' learning style because there are visual display, audio, and physical involvement during learning process. Moreover, it involves emotional meaning in given the lesson which helps students better in memorizing.
Its main features are: first, target language or mother tongue. The teacher introduces the grammar and lexis of the content. In most materials, the foreign language text is on the left half of the page with a translation on the right half. Meaning are conveyed via the mother tongue. Second, learning is facilitated in a relaxed, comfortable environment. In Suggestopedia method, the classroom is not the same as common classroom. The classrooms are bright and cheerful with comfortable chairs. The chairs are arranged semicircle and face the black or whiteboard in order to make the students pay more attention and get more relaxed. Third, the use of soothing background music. One of the most uniqueness of this method is the use of Baroque music during the learning process. It is believed that Baroque music creates a level of relaxed concentration that facilitates the input and retention of huge quantities of materials. The use of music also depends on the aesthetic skills of the students, such as listening, grammar, pronunciation, and discussion. Fourth, running dialogues by learners just before sleeping and on rising. Students reread materials given in the classroom once before they go to sleep at night and once in the morning before they get up. We can see that the homework is limited. Fifth, classroom activities based on dialogues including Q&A, games and songs. Music, drama and art are integrated in the learning process. They are integrated as often as possible. Teacher will reading dialogues, rhythm and intonation match on music. And the last one is the teacher should present and explain the grammar and vocabulary but not dwell on them. Students who make mistakes are tolerated, for example, in pronouncing the word. Learning process is more to teacher-centered.
Limitations. Number 1. Financial and environmental limitation. Most of schools in developing countries have large classes. Each class consists of 30 to 40 students. The teacher will be difficult to control them one by one. Besides that, schools will need much money because they need to decrease the student in the classroom and they need to build new classroom. For this method, there should be 12 students in the class. Number 2. The use of hypnosis. Some people say that Suggestopedia uses a hypnosis, so it has bad deep effects for human beings. They claim that they feel detrimental. Number 3. Infantilization learning. Suggestopedia class is conditioned with childlike situation. There are some students who do not like to be treated like this as they think that they are mature. Number 4. Concentration problems. People who cannot study in the noisy class say that using music in the learning process is not effective at all because it will irritate and disturb them. It is difficult for them to divide their mind into two sides, to the music and to the lesson. And the students prefer to study in the quiet class.
Teaching and learning process. The types of activities that are more original to Suggestopedia are the listening activities, which concern the text and text vocabulary of each unit. These activities are typically part of the pre-session phase, which takes place on the first day of a new unit. The students first look at and discuss a new text with the teacher. In the second reading, students relax comfortably in reclining chairs and listen to the teacher read the text in a certain way. During the third reading, the material is acted out by the instructor in a dramatic manner over a background of the special musical form described previously. There are three stages of Suggestopedia. The first one is presentation. Presentation is the basis of conducting Suggestopedia in class successfully. The main aim in this stage is to help students relax and move into a positive frame of mind, with the feeling that the learning is going to be easy and funny. The suggestion and suggestion happen at this stage at the same time. The second one is concert. The first concert. This involves the active presentation of the material to be learned. The original form of Suggestopedia presented by Lozanov consisted of the use of extended dialogues, often several pages in length, accompanied by vocabulary lists and observations on grammatical points. Typically, these dialogues will be read aloud to students to the accompaniment of music. The second concert, the students are now guided to relax and listen to some baroque music, the best choice of music according to Lozanov, with the text being studied very quietly in the background. During both types of reading, the learners will sit in comfortable seats, armchairs rather than classroom chairs, in a comfortable environment. After the readings of these long dialogues to the accompaniment of music, the teacher will then make use of the dialogues for more conventional language work. The music brings the students into the optimal mental state for the effortless acquisition of the material. The students then make and practice dialogue after they memorize the content of the materials. Interaction. Students simply remain relaxed and listen to the teacher's teaching or presentation. The learners as well should have faith in the system and accept that they are in a childlike situation where they follow the teacher. The students should not be critical but simply absorb what is presented to them. Most interaction is between teacher and student. The teacher who became the initiator or main role. Teachers should create situations in which learners are most suggestible and then to present linguistic material in a way most likely to encourage positive perception and retention by learners. Next, means for evaluation. Students being tested on vocabulary recall and memorization of vocabulary pairs. The evaluation is done through role plays, games, puzzles, and so on to review and consolidate the learning. So that's all from us. Thank you so much for watching.